Me, everybody do me, kick me, kike me, don't you black or white me. I'm talking about myself as the victim.
Cartoons and Simpsons and stuff. He said that he has something that can relax me. And because he says that I know you're stressed out about all the stuff that's going on, so I have something that can relax you. He went to the room and he emptied a Coke can. And I think it was Diet Coke, I don't know. But he got a bottle of wine and he put it in there. And then he took it to me and I asked him, well, he said, drink it. And I said, what's that? And he said, it's drinking. So I drank it. I didn't like the taste. And I asked him, what is it? And he said, it's wine. It'll help you. Just keep drinking it. I kept on drinking it. And my head started hurting and stuff. And I felt.
Okay. It wasn't right, was it? No, especially with your condition.
Yeah.
When I saw this for the first time, I thought, if Gavin is lying, he's really doing a good job. But that was before I heard he and his siblings were studying acting and had lied in the earlier J.C. Penney's sexual molestation lawsuit.
Just because it's in print doesn't mean it's the gospel. People write negative things because they feel that's what sells. Good news to them doesn't sell.
The interest of the media in slanting any story is very simple. It's ratings, and we as a public feed that. We are very interested in anybody's dirt, anybody's dirty laundry. If there are allegations to be made, it doesn't matter if they're true or not, they'll be thrown out there by the media, and it can ruin a person's career. You noticed recently David Copperfield, I believe, lost a lot of his credibility because there was an accusation that he went after some female. No proof, no evidence, no trial, no charges, but an accusation that led to a man who's one of the most brilliant magicians on earth to having a career fall. So this is something that's become prevalent. It's a huge problem in our society. We do listen to media reports as if they're gospel. In fact, media reports are not gospel. In fact, they are very much driven by a rating system that includes what can we report that is dirty and gritty and nasty. And that's what happened to Michael Jackson in the 2005 trial, and nobody bothered to correct it when the man was exonerated 14 times in a Santa Maria courthouse.
And did she interview you?
They did it to try and belittle me, to try to take away my pride. But I went through the whole system with them, and at the end, I wanted the public to know that I was okay, even though I was hurting.
Certainly when I made the documentary, there was a small part of that which contained a controversy concerning his relationship with other young people. But the truth is that he was never convicted of any crime. I never saw any wrongdoing myself. And whilst his lifestyle may have been a bit unorthodox, I don't believe it was criminal.
Precisely the problem, that when you actually invite children into your bed, you never know what's going to happen.
But when you say bed, you're thinking sexual. They make that sexual. It's not sexual. But get this over with. I want to go on with my life. It's just ridiculous. I've had enough. Go.
Michael Jackson has revealed the details of his comeback concerts in the UK. The self-styled King of Pop is to play 10 live dates at the O2 in London in July. He told the crowds that this is it, and the shows would be his final curtain call.
This is it, and see you in July.
My brother, the legendary King of Pop, Michael Jackson, passed away on Thursday, June 25th, 2009 at 2:26 p.m. It is believed he suffered cardiac arrest in his home.
And I hadn't seen him in 3 months. And he called me, he said, and he was a little frantic. He said, I'm not feeling well. Didn't say it as calmly as I'm saying it right now. But he said, I have these symptoms and I don't feel well. One side of my body is very, very hot, and one side is very, very cold. And 3 months prior, when I learned of the medication, I told him I didn't know what it was. I will investigate it. And I called a physician friend and I asked him about it, and he told me what it was. And I'm saying, I went back and told Michael, I said, Michael, this is something serious. You don't want to take this.
Agents searched Murray's clinic in Houston. The Warrens stated they were looking for evidence of manslaughter. They also searched his Houston storage locker. The manager there says that on the same day Michael Jackson died, 2 women from Murray's clinic removed boxes from the locker.
They were putting a few boxes, small boxes, you know, like paper would come in, reams of paper, and they were putting a few of those in the back of the car.
Dr. Murray had been living with Jackson, being paid $150,000 per month. He reportedly gave the singer propofol through an IV. He would allegedly shut it off at a time when Jackson wanted to wake up. But propofol use requires careful monitoring, usually in a hospital setting, as patients sometimes stop breathing.
And lack of oxygen to the brain and other organs would rapidly ensue, and the patient's heart would ultimately stop and they would suffer a cardiac arrest.
In a statement,
Larry, the first conversation I had with Michael Jackson, the night, it was a Friday night, the night he asked me to come and go to work for him. This is what he told me. He said, Ro, I only agreed to do 10 shows for AEG. I never agreed to do 50. He said, I can't do no 50 shows, Ro. He said, I never agreed. I said, well, Mike, what is your deal? He said, I don't even know what my deal is. He said, I need you, Ro, to straighten that out. I need you to get with Randy Phillips on Monday morning and take care of them. He said, I would like for you to schedule the shows out and stretch them out to a schedule that is doable for
Dr. Conrad Murray. They now are linking Dr. Murray to the person who is suspected of giving Michael Jackson the strong anesthesia propofol. Now, I can also tell you that it is going to come out, and there is very much strong evidence that propofol is the drug that was responsible for the death of Michael Jackson. Now, that being said, obviously they have not come out with an official report from the coroner, but what we are being told here at TMZ is that there is very powerful evidence, including numerous vials of this very strong anesthesia, which, by the way, should never be used in a home by any doctor outside of a hospital. But those vials...
Dr. Conrad Murray is back at work in Texas for the first time since the pop star's death, but Murray may ultimately face serious charges in Los Angeles. Early Show national correspondent Hattie Kaufman reports.
Dr. Conrad Murray is seeing patients again in the same office that authorities searched for evidence of manslaughter. His loyal patient Murray's medical records. An affidavit shows in the hours leading up to Jackson's death, Murray gave him a series of powerful sedatives, ending with propofol at 10:40 a.m. 10 minutes later, Jackson wasn't breathing. Hattie Kaufman, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Most of what was happening around me. I think Michael Jackson is a wonderful person, sensitive, kind, generous, very artistic, very creative, and on a mission to do something for the world, which is more than I can say for a lot of people I've met.
Everybody out in YouTube land, if you would, think about this. Michael Jackson is the #1 entertainer known to the world. Why are we still crucifying this man? He was found not guilty.